Good evening, friends, followers and channel members. It's Friday night. Welcome to the Friday night flight. Clearly it is not Friday night here in the simulator. I thought as we were going to check out the lovely new Zurich airport that we would go for a daytime flight today, or morning flight, as you can see the sun just coming up. I forget which time I set in the simulator, but it looks quite nice. It was rather foggy when I first loaded in, so nice to see that has cleared. Good evening to all the channel members. Thank you for coming by this Friday evening. Good evening, Christian Fire. Yeah, sounds like it, doesn't it, with that bell. Nicholas Reese as well. We've got Simon, Dark Fury, Dr. Magic, and Barry Bartson. Good to see you all. Good evening to Danny Velox, Drini V1, Andy Pilk, Captain HMW, Goriex, Marvelicious, and Alan Bernstein as well. Thank you so much for coming on board with us tonight. Christopher Shaw, hello. I see. Try that again. S. Ramers, good evening. Gaston, Paul Stockton. Paul Stockton, indeed, it has been a while. Thanks for coming on board with us this evening. Looking forward to a great flight. This is a real-world flight, of course, and we'll be doing it in real ops. And if you check on Flight Radar 24, this flight actually departed yesterday from gate 567. So we really are doing this as realistically as we can. So I've just realised I've not got any charts loaded up. Let me just quickly grab those. Let me give you guys the operational flight plan today. And has anyone checked the weather in Zurich? Ugh. I might have an easy night. It might be an auto land when we get there. So operational flight plan is now coming into the chat in YouTube. We'll pin that as well for anyone that comes a little bit later on. Barry, you can't stay for long. The missus wants to spend quality time now that you're not contagious anymore. Oh, well, Barry, have a great Friday night. You need not say any more. Or you could just stay on board and become a member of the Mile High Club. It's entirely up to you. Right, shall we get on board? Let me get rid of the stream starting soon text and the chat box, and we'll get going. I have also remembered just after we'd set everything up that sadly I had still not updated my Navigraph charts, the database. Now, a quick look in the box saw that it was working, but we'll see how we get on. So many EasyJet aircraft. I love AIG. We've also got a Swiss aircraft there as well. That looks like a baby Swiss aircraft. What's that, 319? Lovely. Right. Mavacious, it's probably foggy. At least that is looking out the window in real life. Are you in Zurich? If that's the case, you can keep us abreast of the weather as we make our way down there. So we are in. We've got a nice turnaround state going on at the moment here in the aircraft. So have I got the tablet set up? Yes, we do. So we're going to have a look at the plug fuel and start working out how much fuel we're actually going to take with us today, if we can get that uplinked from SimReef. There we go. Let's get the APU up and running. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Get those passengers on board. Gatwick doesn't half hit the frame rates. So we're now going to check that operational flight plan. Plug fuel is 5.7. Yeah, 5.7. But with the really foggy weather, it shouldn't prevent us getting in. But we may want to think about what happens if for some reason we can't, or there's delays, or we have to get put into a hole, things like that. So to play it very safe, I think if we took 6.2 tons, that's half a ton of fuel extra. So we're going to take 6.2 tons of fuel. We'll request that now. And refueling is underway. Now refueling is underway, let's just go through and we can go through our usual flows. So on the overhead we've got fuel pumps are off while refueling is taking place, seatbelt signs are off, packs are off at the moment till that APU is running. We'll come down, we've got current QNH is 1030. Let's check if we've got Gatwick ATIS as well tonight.
Transition level, flight level 70. Surface wind 300 degrees 3 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Broken 1,100 feet. Temperature +11. Dew point +9. QNH 1030. Acknowledge receipt of information hotel. And advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay, and ground frequency for Gatwick is 1218. We'll tune to those in a little while when we want our clearance. Okay, so QNH 1030, that's information hotel received. Let's go ahead, just check the pedestal. And why is that on? That should be on standby. I'm sure there's a phantom, because I set this up before I actually start the stream, and I make sure that's on standby. Something happens between me being outside and coming back inside that flicks that to on. I don't know if it's a cleaner or something. EasyJet is cool on Twitch. Oh, I'm so glad you're with us tonight. Great name. So, yeah, pedestals all looking fine, and my add-on pack, thrust lever, quadrant, etc. everything's where that should be in real life, so that's good. Let's come up to the FCU, let's get flight directors 1 and 2 on. I'm going to turn the first officer's displays off, try and claw some frame rates back, get the constraints on as well, and then we'll come across and just check all the screens are now where we want them to be. IRS is aligned. Okay, so I'm going to go into the McDo menu, ATSU, and that APU is up and running, so we'll get the bleed air on. We'll leave that a good minute before we get the packs on, then we can start getting passengers on board. AOC menu, weight and balance, skip the fuel page, and request, what have we got? A payload of 13, just under 14 tons, so not the heaviest aircraft in the world this evening. That's a 0 fuel weight, then should be 60.2. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, let's start adding that weight to the aircraft. Barry, sadly no, HD is not here. I'll give you 3 guesses where he is. Barry, you need to go. Booty call. Enjoy yourself, Barry, but not too much. Christian, no, HD is not here. So whoever wants to assume the role of PM, please do go for it. And so passenger weights are being added. Let's continue setting up the box. Data page, IRS, 3.5 green, and we've got correct engine data loaded and the valid air excital as well. So the init page, our alternate tonight is Basel, Lima, Fox, Sierra, Bravo, and our flight number today is Easy 53 Charlie Delta. Cost index flight level 290. You may be thinking that's actually quite a low flight level, but for some reason the aircraft flying between here and Zurich, they're capped flight level 290. Don't know why, must be an operational thing, but they're capped to flight level 290. So then, that's all set. Temperature at -42. What's the tropo doing? That's quite close actually. I'm happy to leave that. Keep clearing that scratch pad. Flight plan then, we're going to be departing 26 left, and that is the Bogner 1 X-ray that we're expecting. Get that inserted. And arrival should be the ILS 14 on the BLM 3 Golf, and that will be via Gipple. Distance 464. Oh, distance 465. Excellent. I like it when the flight plan's close. It also means that we've probably got everything correctly coded in. Let's just quickly check for the discontinuity and clear that out, and let's have a look how that stacks up against the charts. So, where are the charts? Charts for that departure. So we've got 06, 08, S11, 17, then 22.5 and Bogner. 22.5 and Bogner. All is good. Radnav page. Don't really put anything in here for for the departure here at Gatwick. So we'll move on from that. What I am going to do is I'm going to put the Willow holding point in. That's our engine out holding point, if we require it. There's a few Willows in the world, so this might take a second for it to find it. That's the one we want. 11 miles away. And we'll just pop that radial of 104 in there so we know what it is we're doing. Right. Init B page, how are we doing with the refueling? Refueling is complete and passenger weights are complete as well. Speaking of which, should we start letting them on board? Get those packs on, stop the chrono, and tell the cabin crew they can start boarding. Get you guys on board, shall we?
Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags start to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
Okay, passengers are boarding. Let's continue setting up the box. We have got the zero fuel weight of 60.2. We have a trip wind of 6. Fuel planning then 4.2 tons, and we've got 6.1 on board. Takeoff weight of 66.1. And the fuel required for the alternate is, let's call that 1.4, just to be on the safe side. Extra 23 minutes of flying time. Lovely. Takeoff weight 66.1, that's below the maximum landing weight, that's good. Landing weight is expected to be 63.3. Onto the performance page then. Transition altitude here at Gatwick, 6,000 feet. Thrust reduction acceleration is, yeah, that's pretty close actually. Should be 1,196, but simulator still rounds that up. So 1,200 feet. Engine out acceleration also needs to match. Flaps 1, toga takeoff, and we've got V-speeds calculated for us, and a quick look at the chart as well tells us there's a speed limit of 220 knots throughout the first turn, and then once we've passed S11 then we can speed up. So we'll fly at green dot, which is 218, and get that pre-selected speed in. Lovely. Okay, so what I'd like to do now is contact the clearance delivery. Is it clearance delivery or ground that's online? Ground, I think, that's online. We'll have a quick word with them, and they'll tell us what it is they have for us. Hopefully we've got everything correct and in the box. We'll lock that flight deck door, shut those passengers up, and then I'll actually be able to hear the air traffic controller. Now, Gatwick ground might be rather busy this evening, so let's get in there quickly. Gatwick ground, good evening, Easy 53 Charlie Delta, Type A320neo, stand 567 requesting IFR clearance to Zurich as filed, and we have information hotel.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, Gatwick ground, good evening, cleared to Zurich, Bogner, 1 X-ray departure, squawk 7244, QNH 1030.
Cleared by the Bogner 1 X-ray departure, squawk 7244, QNH 1030, easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, read back correct, brake, Channex 2 Tango Victor, someone stole your stand, continue taxi Lima, stand 551.
Someone stole the stand. Oh, Christian, are you going all HD on us? I will use those figures, mate. I will use them. I'm just going to pop this squawk in there. What was it? 7
my life.
2 4 4.
Whiskey stand 5.
That initial clearance is going to be up to 5,000 feet. Let's put in the perf data from HD2. 133 135.
Push and start approved.
I better not run out of runways now. And 150. 150? That seems incredibly high, Christian. Particularly with how light we are as well. Flex of 59. Okay.
Camera ground good.
If we roll off the end of the runway now before rotating, it's Christian's fault.
Easy 725 Gatwick ground, very good evening. Continue taxi.
I now know why you were asking for the centre of gravity.
Expect stand 104.
Fourth, where do I check the tropo and trip wind? It's on the operational flight plan. If anyone has got questions, wait until we're in the cruise and I will come back and answer everything that I may have missed, because it's obviously a busy stage of the prep.
Good speak, on. Hello, good evening.
So I'm just going to get rid of ATC for a moment while we talk about our brief and how we're going to manage the departure, etc. So then, we are parked all the way at stand 5, sorry, Pier 5, parking stand 5, 6, 7. So we'll push back on to Quebec Alpha, and then we've got two options to expect. He'll either take us on Lima, Papa, and then down to presumably either Alpha Sierra, or he'll take us all the way on to Mike for Mike 1, and the other option is down onto Quebec and Juliet. So be prepared for either of those options. Christian, can I just check that those performance data you've given me, is that via, could we take Bravo 1, or is it Alpha 1, or is it full length at Mike? Let me know when you can. Fawn McLean, good evening, hope you're well. So once we're rolling, nice RNAV departure. We've already briefed. We've got the speed restriction, 218 knots. We'll take off, clean up on schedule, and we'll then fly at the pre-selected speed, green dot 218. That is until passing Kilo Sierra 11. Then we can push to accelerate to 250 knots. Quick chat then about the weather here in Gatwick. It's well, it was a little bit foggy. Sorry, Christian, that is Alpha 1, is it? Right, okay. I'll just need to make sure that we let ATC know if they give us anything else. If they give us Bravo 1, that's unavailable. Alpha and Mike are now available to us. Alright, yeah, so weather here in Gatwick is fine, well below minimums, well below the maximum landing weight, so no issues returning to Gatwick if we have a problem. Aircraft is the A320NX experimental version, recently updated, of course, following SIM Update 7. TCAS is not available to us. That's the biggest thing we need to be aware of. NOTAMs, nothing that's going to affect us going out of Gatwick, and a quick look through also said nothing really affecting us going into Zurich either. Threats to be aware of: Gatwick, very, very busy airspace. We don't want to be climbing too quickly, otherwise we'll be setting off other aircraft's TCAS as well. Fly no higher until ATC have cleared us. Oh, Christian, is it Bravo 1? Hang on. Right, if that's Bravo 1, that's great. We can take any of the intersections that they give us. Alright, so we spoke about how we're going to do the pushback, expected taxi and departure. Let's talk about if things go wrong. Air traffic control is online, so if we have a problem during the taxi, I'll stop the aircraft to tell ATC that we've got a problem, and we'll try and fix it there and then run in any ECAM drills as necessary. On departure, I will only stop for any warnings or problems before 100 knots, or rather I'll consider stopping, but after that and up to V1 I'll only stop for the uninhibited ECAM warnings, cautions, engine fire failure, and that's with or without thrust loss, or if I just think the aircraft's not safe to fly for whatever reason. If that's the case, then I'll have to make the decision to stop and go. If I call stop, we'll go max reverse, keep the aircraft nice and straight on the runway, and I'll use manual braking as well if auto brake isn't stopping us as well as I think it should. Also, if we've had the fire warning, we must not forget to try and point the aircraft into the wind. Once I've got to a stop, we'll stow reverses, set the parking brakes, and then just try and establish the cause of why we have stopped. We can check the ECAM and any fire warnings and failures, etc. If we have had a fire warning, then we'll need to consider running the evacuation checklist. Other than that, we'll contact ATC and ask them if we can vacate the runway. Failure after V1, then I will just have to get the aircraft into the air. If it happens to be an engine failure, then I'll fly using a standard technique, 12.5 degree pitch initially, and then we'll follow SRS using rudder to counteract any yaw. Once the aircraft has got a positive rate of climb, we'll get gear up. I can also use toga as well, as that's going to be available. Now we're going to do a flex takeoff. I'll trim out the yaw, and once nicely trimmed, we'll set the autopilot on. Pull the heading bug so we don't continue out on the SID. Once we're above 400 feet, we can confirm any failures. Once the engine is secured and we're above the single engine acceleration altitude, I'll push to level off, accelerate, retract flaps on schedule, and then at green dot we'll go open climb, set maximum continuous thrust. It's a standard engine out procedure here. At 1,700 feet we make a left turn to the Willow holding point. Inbound track is 284. Once we've got to the holding point, we'll then decide what we're going to do, continue, return, or divert. Okay, so then let's see how we're doing. We've got 21 passengers remaining. Other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. Refueling is completed, so we'll tidy the aircraft up, get rid of the ground power, and we'll run the before start checklist.
Hi, yeah, we're just about set up here, so we're happy to close the doors once everyone's on board, and we'll get going. Thank you.
Boarding is still underway, but we're almost done. It shouldn't take much longer.
Last passengers on board, jetway disappearing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our EasyJet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thank you.
Plenty of aircraft ahead of us, which is nice. Makes it good and realistic, doesn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, may I welcome you on board this EasyJet aircraft for your flight today. The ground crew and the fueling crew have all finished, and we're just about finished with all our cockpit preparation up here. The cabin crew are making their final checks as they work through the cabin, so if you could please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our EasyJet Sim Pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence, and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with EasyJet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Okay, all looks good. I think we're almost about ready to go. Let's run the before start checklist to the line. I'm just going to check that fuel's balanced actually. Yep, that's good. We've already checked 3 nav green, haven't we? Paranoia check there. Okay, before start checklist to the line. Cockpit preparation is complete. Signs on and auto. Ideas 3.5 green. Fuel quantity 6160 kilograms and balanced. FMGS is set. Altimeter 1030.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
So before we call the tug, we'll get our pushback clearance. Let's go over now back to Gatwick ground, which is 1-to-1 decimal height.
Ground ED230
There we go.
Delta, stand 101, request push and start.
Easy 230 Delta stand 101, push and start approved, face east.
Push start approved, facing east, ED230 Delta.
Actually, we'll just call the ground crew first because the pushback tool actually takes a moment. I'm going to try and speed this up actually, whilst I remember. If I go to options, simulate nose wheel lift. No, let's turn that off. There we go. Might just speed things up a little bit.
Easy 15 Whiskey, when ready, contact London Control on 129.425.
And that's the frequency we've got in the standby, so we'll be using that in a
ready,
little while.
contact London Centre 129.425. Thanks for the service, Easy 15 Whiskey.
So we'll let the ground crew get in place, then we'll contact ACC. Get the beacon light on and do the various flows related there, transponder, acupressure, etc. Wayne, good evening sir, good to see you on a Friday night. What's a fine gentleman like you doing here on a Friday?
The bypass pin is installed.
ED75 Alpha Lima, stand 564 ready for push and start.
Standing by for pushback.
Easy 7.
Okay, so they're now standing by, waiting for pushback. We'll contact ground when we can get a word in.
Push and start approved, ED75 Alpha Lima.
And Gatwick ground, easy 53 Charlie Delta, stand 567, ready for push and start.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, stand 567, push and start approved. Just be advised the company traffic on your right is pushing as well.
Push and start approved, and we'll keep an eye out for the company traffic on our left, easy 53 Charlie Delta.
ED75 Sydney Foxtrot ready, taxi.
Beacon light, acupressure,
Easy 75 to the
start the
Foxtrot
timer
taxi via Quebec
and get the
Alpha,
transponder
Quebec
on
Bravo,
and
then
tell
Quebec,
them that we can go.
Charles
Then we'll get the
Juliet.
engine started too.
Cockpit to ground. Go
Quebec
ahead.
Alpha, Quebec Bravo and Juliet,
We're
75
cleared
Sydney
for
Fox.
start and push.
It'll be Quebec short of
Okay,
Juliet.
cleared for push start. Please release
Sorry,
parking
Quebec
brake.
Short Juliet for 75 Fox.
Parking
Easy
brakes are
81
released.
Lima Charlie, continue taxing straight ahead on Juliet, hold short for pass.
Yeah, we'll start in the sequence.
Okay, back we go. I needed to say that we've got some traffic on our right, also pushing back. We need to be aware of that. So let's get the engine started. Engine mode selector to start, and starting engine 1.
Easy 19er Delta Uniform, stand 112, push and start approved, face east.
Start approved, facing east, Easy 19.
There he is. There's going to be a beautiful line of EasyJets all departing. Great graphics as well. Looking forward to seeing the clouds as well. The clouds look much better since Sim Update 7. Lovely Neo aircraft as well to the left of us.
And Easy
Ladies
81
and
Lima
gentlemen, we now
Charlie,
ask for your
continue
attention while we
taxi
take you
via
through the safety
November,
procedures on this aircraft.
Kilo,
A safety
Kilo
card is
Alpha,
in your seat pocket,
and
showing
Lima,
the
to
exit
stand
routes,
48 left.
oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you
Matrix,
must
the pushback
adopt
mod
if you
is
hear
called
brace,
Toolbar
brace.
Pushback.
There are 2 emergency
Again guys,
exits
if
at
you've
the
got
rear,
any questions,
4
sorry
in
if
the
I'm
middle,
not seeing them right now, but
and
stick
2
with me.
at the
Once
front
we're
of the
airborne and in the
cabin.
cruise, we'll have plenty of time
Floor
to
lighting will guide you to an exit.
chat away.
Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen.
08 left.
Put the mask
Starting
over
engine
your
two.
nose and
Holding
mouth.
point Alpha 3.
Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened.
Background, Scandinavian 1, Papa Sierra, stand 553, request pushback.
Scandinavia 1 Papa Sierra, stand 553. Push and start approved.
So apologies that I'm not actually doing too much talking at the moment. I'm just concentrating on what we're doing. Also listening to ATC because you can get a good idea of what is going to be happening. That's not a bad push. We'll just let him push back for a moment.
Information India is current.
There we go.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Easy 230 Delta, ready to taxi.
You may disconnect.
Roger, engine start, clear to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good
Last
flight.
station, say again, call sign.
Holding position.
Easy 230 Delta.
Thank you and goodbye.
Easy 230 Delta, taxi via Lima, Papa, hold short, Alpha November.
Engine mode selector
Lima,
to
Papa,
normal.
hold short, Alpha November, easy 230
APU
Delta.
bleed off. And rudder, spoilers, or rather spoilers, rudder, flaps 1, set the trim. After start checklist. Anti-ice, not required. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim 21.2 and rudder trim set 0. Pushback is clear. We'll let them know we're ready to taxi. And I've got the chart up next to me, so we'll listen to which way we're going to go. We're going down via Papa or Quebec. Let's find out. Gatwick ground, Easy 53 Charlie Delta is ready for taxi.
Stand by.
Not that we can actually go anywhere at the moment.
Also, ET75 Alpha Lima is ready for taxi, go.
8075 Block Express, radio check.
Easy 750 Foxtrot, Gatwick ground, 121 decimal 8, availability 5.
Thanks, got your 5 also 75 radio Fox.
Perfect. Easy 750 Foxtrot, hold position, contact London Control, 129 or decimal 425. Good evening.
Position London 12945, 875 radio Fox. Thanks.
Do a flight control check while we're here. Full left, full right, neutral.
Easy 75 Alpha Lima taxi
Full
via
down.
Quebec Charlie.
Neutral,
If you can,
rudder.
then Quebec, hold short
Full
Juliet.
right, rudder, full left, neutral.
Taxi via Quebec, Kilo Charlie, and Quebec, and hold short Juliet, ET75 Alpha Lima.
Looks like he's taking us down to the right for
It's
the
confirmed
follow.
that's Quebec Charlie, it should be just to your right.
So that's down here.
Just to my right hand side, yes, I think you can make that turn, Quebec Charlie, Quebec, and then Hotel Juliet, hold short Juliet, ET75 Alpha Lima.
Easy 230 Delta, don't get comfortable there, taxi Alpha Sierra, hold Alpha 2, runway 26 left.
Alpha Sierra to Alpha 2,
ATC's got his work cut out for him.
I believe there's an additional station for taxi, say again your call sign.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, follow the company traffic ahead via Quebec Charlie and Quebec, hold short Juliet.
Follow company traffic on Quebec Charlie and Quebec Easy 53 Charlie Delta. least with VATSIM model matching, we can see the company traffic. So nice and steady. Quick PEDS check. So QNH1030, no change there. Going to be a flex 59. Engine out procedure is standard. Left turn 1,700 feet to the Willow holding point. Entry is 284. And left turns. Departure is the Bogner 1 X-ray that we've got there from GC. Stop altitude initially 5,000 feet. And set.
Delta uniform request taxi and able Bravo 1. AZ19 Delta uniform, roger. For now, taxi holding point Alpha 2, runway 26.
If anyone's got VATSPI up, what's the aircraft that's showing as a generic aircraft here? Clearly I've not got the airline mapped in my VATSIM files.
Alpha 2 left via Lima, Papa and I'll see if I can get you Bravo 1, but I don't think it'll happen based on the traffic situation currently.
This is Scandinavian 1 Papa Sierra, request taxi.
Yeah, Scandinavian 1 Papa Sierra taxi via Lima, Papa, Kilo onto November, and then Alpha.
Look at the way
November,
that mist
Alpha
is
3,
just...
runway 26 left.
that mist is now just rolling
So
in.
confirm Lima, Papa, Kilo, November, Alpha November, to holding point Alpha 326.
So we need to hold short of Julia. I'm just following the EasyJet.
1 Papa Sierra,
I'm trusting he knows
correct.
where he's going. No, we're on
Air
Quebec at the moment, following this all the way down.
Yes, with Sierra
DC good,
Romeo,
hello.
stand 562, push and start approved, face set.
Face south, push out approved, Airway 67 Romeo.
Easy 75 Alpha Lima, continue 08 left, Alpha November, hold short Papa.
Continue to 08 left, hold short.
There's a taxi line missing just there.
Easy 75 Alpha.
Easy 75 Alpha Lima, it'll be 08 left then Alpha November, short Papa.
Sorry, could you repeat that for me, 75 Alpha Lima?
Easy 75 Alpha Lima, so continue on to 08 left, and then take
That
a left
sun and
onto
mist
Alpha
is
November,
making for
and hold short Papa.
almost difficult viewing conditions of what's ahead, which is really nice of the
08
sim.
left and onto Alpha November and hold short Papa.
So before takeoff checklist, flight controls are checked,
Easy 75 Alpha Lima, correct.
departure briefing is
Sorry, I've
confirmed,
never done this,
flap setting config
journey
1
before.
is set,
Thanks a lot.
FMA takeoff
That's alright,
data
it's a bit of a weird one.
133 blue 150 magenta, climb nav blue 152 5000 magenta and
Easy
flex
53 Charlie
59.
Delta, follow the company traffic ahead, 08 left, Alpha November, short of Papa.
Follow company traffic on 08 left Alpha November and hold short of Papa for easy 53 Charlie Delta.
And it looks like you can actually follow them, they are doing the right thing.
Wilco 53 Charlie Delta.
Gatwick ground, Lufthansa 185.
08 left being used as a taxiway then.
Lufthansa 185, Gatwick
It usually is, but I don't think I've ever used it to actually taxi to the runway. on it.
113, whatever.
Got interrupted there, let's continue. Transponder is set, Eco Memo, takeoff no blue, EFB is stowed. We should run that checklist again from the start, but we're okay for now.
Yeah, Lufthansa 185, roger.
The traffic in the sim is AIG.
Gatwick ground, good evening to Lufthansa now 9750 stand 53 A320 Neo request IFR clearance to Frankfurt.
Yeah, Lufthansa 9750, roger.
Oh, Christian,
Your number
a
2 for
Lufthansa.
clearance.
A
I'll
man
put
after
a
your own
flight plan
heart.
for you, so try refiling. I'll call you back.
I wonder if he uses auto thrust.
Welcome 9750.
EG75 Alpha Lima, give way to the company traffic left to right, and then taxi holding point Alpha 2 via Alpha Sierra.
Give me the traffic left to right, and I'm having a nightmare here. Could you repeat that for me, please?
Yeah, actually, it's alright. EG75 Alpha Lima, hold position for now.
All positions for now. I've been to Gatwick quite a few times. I just can't understand why I'm not getting it.
Oh, we've all had those
Canada
days.
1 Papa Sierra, make sure you taxi onto Alpha November to hold Alpha 3.
Yeah, we're turning left to Alpha November right now. 1 Papa Sierra.
Perfect.
Gatwick ground, Honjet 4657 with you, just left.
Another generic
26
aircraft.
left, Juliet.
Wonder which airline that's meant
It's
to be.
Sunday 4657, Roger, taxi Juliet, hold short Romeo, have a stand for you shortly.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Romeo, Honjet 4657.
Easy 19er Delta Uniform, contact London Control 129er, decimal 425.
19425,
Easy 19er.
Autopilot will be going on nice and early given the workload management that we have
Canada 1
coming
Papa
out of
Sierra,
here.
same for you, contact London Control 129er, decimal 425.
129.425, Scandinavian 1 Papa Sierra. Thank you very much, sir. Bye-bye.
And Easy 75 Alpha Lima, taxi right onto Papa, then left onto Alpha Sierra, and hold Alpha 2, runway 26 left.
That's the aircraft that's in front of us, so we can expect to do something similar.
Right onto Papa, left onto Alpha Sierra and hold Alpha 2 or 26 left, EC75 Alpha Lima.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, follow the company traffic in front of you to holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left.
Follow company traffic and hold Alpha 2. Easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Sunjet 4657, expect stand 49er.
Expect stand 49 at Honjet 4657.
Lufthansa 185, Gatwick ground.
The last time we took off
185
from
clear to
Gatwick,
Hamburg,
I think we got held on the runway for
late
ages, didn't we, for a
departure.
light aircraft that
Squawk
was making an intersection
42,
departure.
46, QNH 1030.
Toby's, hopefully the call sign's right at the top of the screen for you to see.
5 here, Sunday International Flying 1 Mike, standard departure, squawk 4246, QNH 1030.
Lufthansa 185, read back correct.
Airspace 67 Romeo ready for taxi.
Yes, Airspace 67 Romeo taxi via Quebec Alpha, Lima, Papa, and Alpha Sierra, holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left.
We'll not get too close, that's close enough.
Quebec Alpha Lima Papa Alpha Sierra, hold position Alpha 2, runway 26 left. Airspace 67 Romeo.
Subject 4657, continue taxi on Quebec, hold short Lima.
Continue taxi on Quebec.
And thank you to
short
those of
Lima,
you
Honjet
watching on Facebook and liking the
4657.
stream as well.
Easy 75 Alpha Lima and Easy 53 Charlie Delta. I'm just going to hold you on this frequency for now, I've not forgotten about you.
Fair enough.
Copy that, EC75 Alpha Lima.
Roger, easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Lufthansa 9750, Gatwick ground.
Go ahead.
Lufthansa 9750.
Just chat amongst yourselves, guys.
Clear to
Always nice and
Frankfurt,
busy here.
Bedford 1
Hope you've all got a good
departure,
Friday night anyway.
squawk
This is the
64,
time if you need
64,
to run to the
information
fridge and grab a beer.
QNH 1030.
Or run to the cupboard and put a beer in the fridge.
Metro 1 Alpha departure squawk 6464, information India in QNH 1030. Lufthansa 9750.
Lufthansa 9750, read back correct.
Looking forward to getting airborne, I must say. 170 people watching, that is fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Please do hit the like button as well, it makes a massive difference to the channel if you haven't done so already. Really do appreciate everybody that does that. The Beard 96, nice and busy, always the best.
Subject 4657, continue taxi right on to Lima, stand 49er.
Christopher, you've just taken off from 26 right, start queuing. Obviously, you are not visible on VATSIM. Dinsa Alex, thank you so much for subscribing. This is another reason why we took extra fuel. Whilst we're sat here, let's see what's happening in Zurich, shall we? Clever drawing, hello from Stockholm. Hope you're well. Frederick, can you get real flight plans to use a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020? You can, yeah. There's a few websites that that do provide them. Is that another EasyJet coming in? Nice. The BA96, you wanted more RAM for your PC, which was delivered today, but it hasn't been. You know.
75 Alpha Lima contact line control 299 good evening.
Hunting for the package.
425. You can probably look at.
Why is the sound breaking up?
So 185 and 113.
Lufthansa 185 and 11 pushing start approach facing.
Always concerns me when something like that happens.
85 Charlie Delta, you can expect a delay about 4 minutes.
Roger, 4-minute delay for Easy 53 Charlie Delta.
And for 67 Romeo, you can expect a delay of about 6 minutes.
Simon, thank you so much for your support. Your $4.99 donation. Friday streams are always much appreciated. Lovely vibes all around. It's a great way to end a week, isn't it, Simon? Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, it's just a great community, isn't it? All down to you guys. So thank you so much for your support there, Simon. What learning? Will there be an Iconic Routes flight this Sunday? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. Let's just see if we're able to follow company. And Easy 53 Charlie Delta, do you want us to follow company?
Hey, firm, just hold at Alpha 2.
We'll follow and hold at Alpha 2, Easy 53 Charlie Delta. Didn't know if he was going to slot somebody else in.
London ground, very good evening, Easy 184, taxiing to Juliet.
Easy 185 over Gatwick ground.
If you're going to have a crash to desktop, Gatwick is the place to do it. It's so intense with the frames.
You can expect stand 554.
I'm still on DX11, definitely not DX12. Don't think my PC would handle that too well.
Romeo, expect stand 554, you might have to, thank you very much.
That's close enough.
And ground 750, request push and stand.
What on earth was that?
Correction, Lufthansa 9750, check squawk 6464.
Flight 6464 in the box, Lufthansa 9750.
Lufthansa 9750, stand 53, push and start approved, faces.
Brian, yeah, we might try. Sorry, no, Brian, yeah, model matching is absolutely fantastic with AIG. Barry, yeah, we'll probably use the replay tonight, as long as I remember to set it. That's the key thing. I need to remember to do it. No use trying to remember to do it if something's gone wrong and I'm trying to chase a glide slope from above, which is possible going into Zurich. J-Hog, it's the Avon calling.
53 Charlie Delta, contact Gatwick Tower on 1240-1225. Enjoy your flight.
Over to Tower 124225. Thanks very much for the service. Good evening. Easy 53 Charlie Delta.
And for 67.
Now, I wouldn't normally do what I've just done there, but
If you want an Delta uniform, report your passing altitude.
I'd normally only change the standby, but we'll go 124225.
If you want that Delta.
And now we've still got this London Control on standby.
Gatwick Tower, hello, good evening, Air 367 Romeo, taxi holding point, about
67 Romeo Gatwick Tower, hello, Roger.
Gatwick Tower, good evening. Easy 53 Charlie Delta, Alpha 2.
53 Charlie Delta, Gatwick Tower, hello, Roger, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1 now for 53 Charlie Delta. Yay, we can move a little bit further forward. Kevin, thank you so much for your €2 donation to the channel. Really appreciate it, Kevin. Hope you've had a good week. Hope you've got some good stuff lined up for the weekend as well. Thanks so much for being on board with us tonight.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, flying Alpha 1 down up runway 26 left.
Flight Alpha 1, line up weight 26 left. Easy 53 Charlie Delta. And we just need to get those packs off as well. Okay, before takeoff, checklist below the line. Cabin secured for takeoff. Engine mode selector is normal. TCAS, T-A-R-A, packs are off. Anti-ice is off. Reset the chrono. Kevin! Kevin, mate, honestly, it's absolutely fine. Thank you so much for anything. It's really very, very kind of you. And of course, don't miss the stream.
67 Romeo behind the departing EasyJet 76 V20 via Alpha 1, line up 26 left behind.
Thank you, PM Christian.
Behind EasyJet traffic and land behind the runway 26
I have a
left,
button set for that
67 Romeo.
on my side stick. I don't think I've set it to the right one though. It only moves halfway. Let me just have a quick look while we're sat waiting. Hang on. Yeah, it only moves one notch. A reminder, for the departure, no turns below 710 feet. That shouldn't be an issue for us, however, as it's a nice straight out departure. No bricks, don't worry, leave Christian be. He's my acting PM this evening. That company message.
Charlie Delta, runway 26 left, Establishment 310 degrees 3 knots, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 26 left, easy, 53 Charlie Delta. Okay, engine 2 is critical and takeoff. Start the chrono, set 50% M1. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS, and runway. Love that mist. V1, rotate. Nav. Following SRS, we've not had to pitch quite as high as normal there because we're not that heavy. So I slightly over-rotated there. Nothing too bad, but just worth noting. Autopilot 1 now engaged. Setting climb thrust, thrust climb, open climb.
D53 Charlie Delta, contact line of control 129.425, goodbye.
Over to control 129.425, thanks for the service, easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Right.
London Control, good evening, easy 53 Charlie Delta, passing 2,000 feet on the Bogner, 1 X-ray for 5,000.
430.
Scandinavia 1 Papa Sierra, contact London Control, frequency 127.1.
127.1, Scandinavian 1 Papa Sierra, thank you very much, sir, bye-bye.
Malus 258, climb flight over 100.
And ground spoilers disarmed.
100, Malus 258.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta passing passing altitude 2,500 feet for 5,000 on the Bogner 1 X-ray.
Stand by Easy 75 Alpha Lima, redirect Zamab, climb flight level 230.
Redirect Zamab and point to
Speed alt star.
Easy 19 Delta uniform, climb flight level 290. Last station completely unreadable.
There must be some traffic ahead, he's not letting us go any
Digit
higher.
43 Alpha, contact Brest, frequency 131.1.
131.1, Egypt 43 Alpha, sorry.
Speedbird 2155, frequency, correction, they're receiving you very faint, we're about fine.
Just listening out for ATC at the moment, guys.
Is that any better? Just about, but I'm guessing you're not in my sector. Continue Unicom 122 decimal 8. Chanex 6 forward tree, redirect Almy.
Still waiting for that climb.
Almy, Chanex 643. Easy 75 Yankee Quebec, nothing further, Unicom 122 decimal 8.
Unicom 122 decimal 8, have a good evening, Easy 75 Yankee Quebec, right?
Just to confirm, did you say Almy for Chanex?
Okay, manage speed, we can accelerate away a little bit.
Chanex 643, A firm.
To
Break
250.
258, say again.
Requesting flight level 330.
A negative, you instructed flight level 100.
This is the longest that I've been kept so low. I'm presuming there's traffic above us somewhere.
Approved. Virgin 53 Romeo, turn left heading 320 degrees, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
320, 3,000, Virgin 53 Romeo.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, London, hello, climb flight level 290.
Flight level 290 now for Easy 53 Charlie Delta. There we go. Thrust climb, open climb, 290 blue. And away we go.
Level 70, passing flight level 30.
Malif 258, stop, climb flight level 140.
Marburg 258, climb 140.
It's like a second takeoff.
London, good evening, Lufthansa 1911, level 360, inbound, Charlie Papa Tango.
Christian, good thing we put an extra half ton in the tanks. Yeah, it wasn't for that reason I'd planned it for.
Last station taken.
Even so.
Lufthansa 1911,
Damn, that looks good, doesn't it?
360, inbound, Captain.
Clouds are definitely better. Are you guys with me?
1911, roger.
Do you all,
645,
do you all think the clouds look far superior now?
Flight level 360, inbound,
Lufthansa 645, thanks. Redirect Compton, Charlie Papa Tango.
Compton, Charlie Papa Tango.
I still preferred the Jet Blast,
Skyway
as it was
7019,
previously
contact
though.
Brest 131.
Top Gun, I'm on the experimental version, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your
Sorry,
seatbelt
Brussels, I don't know much
whenever
of
you
it.
are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin.
Virgin 53 Romeo, turn left heading 280 degrees, once established localizer 26 left, descent glide path.
20, what's established in glide path, Virgin 53 Romeo?
Malta 45 now still with you, flight level 340.
10,000 feet.
Malta 45 Mike Delta.
Air Malta.
London, hello, it's a Rimto 1 November arrival for Newcastle.
And someone going into
Rimto
Newcastle.
1
Nice.
November arrival from Newcastle. Thank you, Malta 45.
Yeah, flight level 290 is not going to be an issue.
Malif 258, contact London control frequency 127.1.
121.1.
Clear out the fixes page as well.
Good evening.
Frequency 127.1.
127.1. So, Alex 258.
Easy 19 Delta Uniform, contact Brest, frequency 125.5.
Locked.
Oh, we can just see the shoreline as well throughout the
Easy
clouds.
19 Delta
So,
Uniform,
even though this
Brest
is not
125.5.
live time, it is live weather. So this is actual weather at the moment. Simon, yeah, no, the sim can hold up to Microsoft Flight Simulator's weather display. That is very true.
Negative.
Roger.
Even with all the Rex add-ons and things like that.
London Country, hello.
Nothing comes close, does it?
Airspace Romeo at flight level 50, inbound Kilo 017.
Loving the EasyJet
67 Romeo,
winglet
London,
reflection.
hello, climb flight level 250.
I think that's just insane.
Climb flight level 250, Airspace 67 Romeo.
Virgin 52 Romeo, contact Gatwick Tower, frequency 124.22.
So, as I'm not on Volanta, how many aircraft are going to Zurich with us? So as we start to approach flight level 290, because we don't have working TCAS, we want to just arrest the rate of climb. No more than 1,500 feet per minute. Travellino blog, SU7 has destroyed your performance on the A320NX. Which aircraft? Which version? Stable, dev or experimental? Or all three?
Emirates 9923 on frequency.
Ooh, Emirates. I get excited now because thanks to AIG, we could actually see them.
290.
Chris Shaw, you're at flight level 290.
Shamrock 274.
That's where I'm going.
Hello, it's runway 26 left at Gatwick, no delay.
6 left, no delay.
Nicholas Reese Breast won't cover you below flight level 295, so it's over to Unicom. Oh no. Well, that's a pain. You try and do things correctly and realistically.
Easy 75 Alpha Lima, nothing further, Unicom 122.8.
22.8, easy 75 Alpha Lima, bye-bye.
Good evening, building.
Flying Squirrel, no, I'm using AIG models now for the model matching.
3 Papa Alpha London, good afternoon. And rolling 3 Papa Alpha, redirect to Kennet.
Redirect Kennet, building 3 Papa Alpha.
We could always request slightly higher. Should we request flight level 310? Save that little bit of fuel that we've burnt off. And Easy 53 Charlie Delta, request flight level 310.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, roger, standby.
Wilco, 53 Charlie Delta. He's now going to go and contact Brest to see if he'll actually take us. Terry, welcome to the First Officers Club. Grab yourself a free drink.
Easy 53 Charlie Delta, climb flight level 25, actually no, sorry. Climb flight level 310.
Flight level 310, many thanks. Easy 53 Charlie Delta. 310 set, 310 blue. Yes, Terry, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Welcome to the First Officers Club. Grab yourself free drinks from now onwards from the cabin crew. They will be happy to look after you. But seriously, Terry, thank you so much. Hope you're having a great flight with us.
Delta amendment, climb flight level 290 for now.
Roger, we'll stop climb flight level 290, Easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Thanks, Swiss 67 Romeo, climb flight
and
level
back to 290 blue.
Climb flight level 290, 367 Romeo.
Chanex 120, route direct Buzzard.
Right, we'll just keep an eye on that climb. Whilst we're keeping an eye on the climb, I want to check that ATIS. If there is any showing. Ah, they haven't got any. Right, okay, let's get a weather report instead then.
Land Control, good evening, Lufthansa 9750 with you.
Lufthansa 9750 London. Good
And Terry as well, if you are not already on our Discord, do get yourself on there. Great community, we'll add you to the
A card. Lufthansa 9750.
we'll add you to the members lounge. Elwold, thank you for liking the stream on Facebook as well.
Speedbird 431 with you and
Nick and Nate, I taxi using the rudder. Now, if you don't have rudder control, you need to turn auto rudder on
KLM
in the settings.
431 London, good afternoon.
40, thank you for liking.
KLM 431, descend flight level 80, level by Lamborn.
So we've no ATC at Zurich at the moment. Oh, that could be problematic. Let's see what's happening with the weather there, shall we? Keep an eye on our altitude.
KLM 31 Alpha London, roger.
Oh, nice. We're planning runway 14, winds variable. So runway 14, so 2000.
EV53 Charlie Delta, confirm your direct ZAM up.
Uh, 53 Charlie Delta, stand by please.
EV53 Charlie Delta, disable direct Vueling, Victor Echo Uniform Lima Echo.
Roger, we'll go direct to Victor Echo Uniform Lima Echo, easy 53 Charlie Delta. Why do we appear not to be going the right way?
Iberia 31 Zulu Kilo, descend flight level 80, level Ockham.
80 level Ockham, 31 Zulu Kilo.
EC53 Charlie Delta, contact Brest, frequency 125.5.
Over to Brest on 125.5, easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Swiss 67 Romeo, Brest, frequency 125.5.
125.5, Airspace 67 Romeo, thank you.
Got a problem with the flight plan here.
Emirates 9923, climb flight level 310.
5310, Emirates 9923.
Press control, good evening, easy 53 Charlie Delta. Passing flight level 280 for 290, turning now direct to Victor Echo, Uniform Lima Echo.
53 Charlie Delta, Brest control, bonsoir, scope 1000.
Squawk 1000 for easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Charlie Delta identified, climb flight level 310.
310 for easy 53 Charlie Delta. 310 blue.
Delta direct West.
And can you just confirm the waypoint for us again, easy 53 Charlie Delta?
Sure, waypoint West, Romeo Echo Sierra Mike India.
Direct Romeo Echo Sierra Mike India for easy 53 Charlie Delta.
Alpine 975 Tango, welcome left on Romeo.
I'm having to build this up manually. Something's not gone right, has it?
Yeah, Romeo Delta, gate number 5, Alpine 975. Process control, hello, good evening, with 67 Romeo climb to flight level.
Right, that's 112 miles away. Let's build this up manually. Let's get the operational flight plan in, shall we? So, after Remzi, let's put this to the test. So after Remzi, we want Turpy. As our next waypoint. After Turpy, we take the Uniform November 491. Airway waypoint mismatch. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. I think this is because I forgot to build up the latest Navigraph update. So after Turpey, let's go to Pogsy. Apologies, I'm not paying any attention to the chat at the moment. After Pogsy, we want Fuzzka. We'll do our top of climb checks in a moment. After Fuzzka, we need Wurzu. After Wurzu, it will be Gelta.
Sierra Delta, further ATC, monitor Unicom 122.8, over.
Unicom 122.8,
From Gelta,
over, EG3 Sierra Delta.
it is Melco.
Lufthansa 73 November, no further ATC available, monitor Unicom 122.8, over.
After Melco, it's Manag.
Lufthansa 73 November, monitor Unicom, bye-bye.
Unicom 122.8, the top center.
Which I'm guessing is 203 miles away, not 5,000. After Manag, it is Pilon. And after Pilon, it's Terso. After Terso, it's Pevit. And insert. Oh, it's been a while since we've had to do that. Let's just scroll through and make sure that looks right.
West Control, bonsoir, speedbird 2731, flight level 360 inbound, Juliet 7.
That doesn't look right in the slightest. There's a random one in there, isn't there?
Speedbird 2731, bonsoir, squawk 5655.
Right, where's the Uranus
5655, speedbird 2731.
one? Let's double check it. So we've got Fuzzka, Wurzu. Let's zoom in a little bit. So we're going direct to Remzi at the moment. After Remzi, we should have Tepri. Check that. That is the wrong waypoint. Try this. T-E-P-R-I. T-E-P-R-I. Clear the discontinuity. Insert. Now let's have a look. See if that's looking any better. That's looking loads better. Oh, right. Sorry about that, guys. Haven't had to do that since the simulator first came out.
Speedbird 2731, direct Restu.
Craig, well, when adding routing, you can choose the airway and final waypoint. Yes, that's right. You can do it in real life. You can even do it in this simulator, but not when you forgot to update the Navigraph database following sim update 7. So it was just giving airway mismatches because it was confused. So yeah, you can do it in real life, you can do it in the simulator, but sadly not when you forgot to set it up correctly. Should we get the seatbelt signs off?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you'll be delighted to hear that we're now at our cruising altitude, and we hope to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and shouldn't be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the aisles are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly?
Air France C51, stand 16 at rest, request clearance to Bastia.
Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Departure runway 07 right, Rospo 6 Foxtrot, ensure climb flight level 70 for
Have now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin.
Clear Bastia, runway 07 right, Rospo 6 Fox, departure initially flight level 70, and full contact with Air France C51.
If you require assistance.
351 correct, when ready, push and start approved, facing north.
One of the things that I really love, and I think adds to the immersion of this simulator, is the reflections that you get of the aircraft.
Facing northeast, call your taxi, ready for taxi Air France C51.
Doc, I want a word with Charlty. Yeah, I do. I've got a valid air title. It's just bust. He's loaded me up with a faulty one. Those clouds look great. They really do.
Beluga 131 Juliet, monitor Unicom, bye-bye.
Monitor Unicom, au revoir.
Oh, Wayne, yeah, the new camera views, again, fly-by-wire. Doing their thing. Looking gorgeous, that, isn't it?
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, let's just talk briefly about that weather then. So, what have we got? Let me see. So the weather was... I'll scribble this down somewhere. So, latest weather in Zurich. Wind is variable at 1 knot, so that's fine. We'll continue with runway 14. Visibility is 1,500 meters or 400 meters to the north of the field. Weather patches of fog. Broken clouds 200 feet. Runway 14 visibility is 1,400 meters. Right. Okay, let's have a look. Will low visibility ops be in place? Scrub the charts and we'll have a look. Be on the ground in around 50 minutes, all being well. Charts for Zurich. Charts for Zurich. So, airport briefings, general, noise abatement, approaches 1416 require the use of German airspace below 150, not available during the German period, therefore landing runway according to weather permitting for professional reasons. ATC weather minimums for landing runway 28 is visibility 43. Well, it's below that, so runway 28 is not possible. Weekdays, runway 34 may be requested if safety is required. flights to 28 have priority, but we can't land 28 because runway visibility is below that. Other landing runways may be assigned due to meteorological conditions and operational reasons. Okay, well that's what I wanted to read. So we can use runway 14. To be fair, if the wind is that like the problem we've got as well is we're on VATSIM, and God knows what runway everyone's going to be using. Realistically, then expect the landing runway to be assigned as follows, weather permitting. So runway 28 should be in use. But ATC weather minimum for landing runway 28 is visibility 43, and it's below that. So this means that runway 28 would be a possibility, because the winds are just light and variable. No, that's not happening. Runway 34. I'm not even sure that's going to work either, to be fair. Runway visibility 550. Do you know what? I'm sticking with this, to be fair. Cat 3 Alpha runway visibility range is still 200 meters. So let's just read about low visibility procedures. Where would they be? Let's have a look. Bartek, this is live weather. Just as you say, not live time. Ah, here we go. LVB becomes effective when the runway visual range for the touchdown zone reaches 550 meters or less, and or the ceiling reaches 200 feet or less. Now I think the ceiling was 200 feet or less. Let me see. Broken clouds at 200 feet. Right, so low visibility procedures are in place. It is going to be an auto land runway 14. Arriving aircraft vectors to ensure intercept localized at least 9 miles from the threshold. Okay. Right, runway 14 it is, and we're planning for an auto land because I don't think that weather's going to get any better. What was the weather at Basel, which is our alternate tonight? I don't think it was that. I don't think it was that good, to be fair. Christopher Shaw, the weather at Zurich at the moment tells us that you wouldn't be able to land at 3-4. 3-4 is below minimums. Yeah, 3-4 is showing 2,000 meters. But broken 200. So we're in low visibility procedures. You wouldn't be landing on 3-4. QNH is 1031. We'll do a fuel check then as well. So Remzi, let's see what we should have. Ooh, is that Paris down there? Is that Charles de Gaulle? I've no idea where we are. Remzi, we should have 4.2 tons of fuel on board. What have we got? Oh, beautiful. How good does that look? Inspired, good evening to you. Yeah, so Bartek, just coming back to you, yeah, we're using fake time just because I wanted to see what the new airport looked like since it was updated, but we are using live weather, that's right. Benjamin, is that Orly? Could be. I know we were going straight over Paris tonight. That looks fantastic, doesn't it? It really does look beautiful. Danny, if you look at the live webcams at Zurich Airport itself, it says misty as hell. Yeah, well, that's where we're planning the Autoland. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Cube Day, hello! Yeah, long time no see. I like it. It's probably one of the best updates. I haven't encountered any major bugs or anything daft like that. Inspired, my week's been good. SRM, as you've used the printer and luckily you're still in the air. Danny, how can you see the weather at specific runways? You can't get that out of the METAR, can you? Well, yes you can, if the METAR is actually reporting it. So let's just come back to this and have a look. So you can see, so here's the METAR, reported on the 19th of the month of 2020 Zulu, which is, actually that's an hour old. Let's update it. Let's update it. And I'm also going to get the weather for also get the weather for Echo Delta Delta Sierra. Another one of our alternates. Paul Newman, good morning to you, sir. Flypo. I am using the Thrustmaster Evers hardware, that's right. Wayne, our Christmas decorations do not go up until at least the 1st. I've got 3 birthdays between... No, I haven't. I've got 4 birthdays between now and Christmas. I hate December. It's an expensive month. Right, now let's have a look at what's happening. Inspired, yeah. If you go to the playlist showing the real world operations procedures, yeah, you can do an entire flight using real ops, including the cold and dark setup.
129.425, speedbird to 2731. Bon soirée.
Right, so winds light and variable.
53 Charlie Delta, November 86, monitor Unicom, bye bye.
Over to Unicom, thanks for the service, easy. 53 Charlie Delta, bye bye. Let's just flick ourselves over to Unicom and then we shall work our way through that. So winds are light and variable. Visibility is 1500 meters. Well, that still claps out all of the other runways, I think. I think runway 14's then still to be used. There's patches of fog. Runway 14 then, visibility is, according to that, 1400 meters. With a downward tendency. Runway 16 is 200 meters, no change. Runway 28 is more than 2,000 meters, no change. Runway 34 is more than 2,000 meters, becoming foggy. Broken 200. See, that after reading the charts, that's the important thing. Broken 200. That means low visibility procedures are in place, so we're going to be doing an auto land, and I think the only runway that's capable of that, I'm going to double check, but I think the only runway capable of that is runway 14. Let me just see. So, runway 16. Oh, actually, runway 16 can do it as well. What are we planned to land on? We're planned on 14, aren't we? Yeah, 16 can do it, but 14 is planned. Runway 28, no. Weather's below minimums. Runway 34, no. Well. It does say that we can do it. But I think 14's going to be the one we'll use. I think 14 is the one they're using in real life at the moment anyway. So we're going to stick with runway 14. Cat 3 Alpha minimums, which is still a decision height of 50 feet. Terry, you're just about to land at JFK. Oh, safe landing, my friend. Hope you're well. So we are going to be landing runway 14, and from Gipol we will then vector ourselves in. To fly, the full procedure would be to leave Gipol and head 096 to the Clotten VOR and then make the teardrop loop. We won't be doing that. We'll just vector ourselves in. After leaving Gipol, we can then descend from 7,000 feet down to 5,600 feet, and the platform altitude is 4,000 feet. That's where we need to be careful. We get down to 5,700 feet, we'll get down then to 4,000 feet. I don't expect we're going to be able to see very much, but we'll have the ILS and the glide slope turned on by that point, so we'll follow that down. Doing everything nice and steady. I want to leave Gipol at green dot. I then want to get flaps... No, I want to be at green dot, sorry, by the time I get to Gipol. I then want flaps 1 as we start that descent down to 4,000 feet. Get the platform altitude, which is Osnem. And then we should be okay. Oh, are you still with me, guys? Seems I lost the connection. It says successfully connected again now. Hopefully that means we're all okay. So when are we going to do the top of descent? Let us see. I want 7,000 feet at Gipol. So fix this page. We're currently at flight level 310. Wind is negligible. Let's start that descent. I want to slow down as well, so we'll start out at 80 miles. Christian, you're meant to be my PM. Don't give me false information. There's our top of descent. Let's see if we can tidy up the flight plan then, shall we? So from Gipol, I don't want to go to the Kilo Lima Oscar VOR. I want to essentially go straight from Gipol round to Zulu Hotel 714. Now, is that going to show in there? No, it's not. Zulu Hotel 704 is showing. Where's that one? Can anyone see 704 in there? 714? Oh, 704's there. We don't want 704. Okay, we'll pop in Osnum just to tidy up the flight plan. So let's clear that out. We'll clear that out. We'll clear that out. Keep all to Osnum. Perfect. Clear the discontinuity. Now let's just go through and check. There we go. There's Gipol. There's Osnum. We may not fly direct to Osnum because Osnum is only 8.2 miles away, and if ATC were online, they'd get us established at 9 miles at the very latest. So we'll probably fly a little north of Osnam and come in. In fact, could we add Zulu Hotel 714? I keep forgetting this flight plan manager is blooming good. So just before Osnam, after Gipol, let me just see if we can pop in Zulu Hotel 714. See what that looks like. There we go, that's a little better. Insert. Lovely, so we've tidied up the flight plan, everything there is looking great. Oh, Wayne, you're so kind. Wayne, your $20 donation, $5 for each of your minions' birthdays. Get the decorations up early, Ebenezer. Wayne, that is incredibly kind of you, sir. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. And Wayne, a long time supporter of the channel as well. Wayne, thank you so much. And believe me, I am not anti-Christmas. I love Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. I've just got to get some birthdays out of the way first. But the decks will be up, absolutely. Even more so now, Wayne. Thanks to you. Right, so we've got a plan. There's our top of descent coming in as well. Then let me just go over that plan again for anyone that may have missed it. So at Gipol, I want to be green dot by Gipol and 7,000 feet. I then want flaps 1 as we leave Gipol slowing down, and then we're going to go direct to Zulu Hotel 714, max speed 210 knots. That's fine. I'm going to be doing 180 by the time I get to Zulu Hotel 714, and then we'll get flaps 2 out as we start to intercept the glide slope. So let's go through a couple of other things that we need to be aware of. So we know we're going to be landing on runway 14 via Gipol. Transition altitude in Zurich 7,000 feet. Our platform altitude is 4,000 feet. Now our minimum safe altitude as we make this final turn is 5,700 feet. So if at any point we become disorientated, we're not 100% sure where we are, then that comes into play. And we're going to be doing, given the weather that we're being given, we're going to be doing an auto land. So that's going to be a decision height. It's a decision height, not a decision altitude of 50 feet. Runway visual range 200 meters. Leopoldo, greetings from New York. Hope you're well. Craig, how do you access the fixers page? Let me show you. So you need to go to the flight, press flight plan, just to make sure you're right at the top, and then it is the line side key number 1, top left, and then the fix info page is shown just there. Right, so we'll put Clotten in the radnav as well. Let me just get this on my second screen. And again, I can just use that for a bit of situational awareness. That's on. Let's get that weather into the performance page. So what was it? Winds are variable at 1 knot, so there's hardly any wind, so we'll go 140 at 1. Temperature is 3. Yeah, you don't get mist and fog and it being really windy, but look at that, dew point and temperature are the same, that's why it's foggy. QNH is 1013. No, it isn't, it's 1031. ILS is 11175. Airfield elevation is 1,402. Missed approach. Let's talk about this. So our initial clearance is 4,000 feet. We climb straight ahead, and then at 5.1 miles from the ILS, we make a left turn, max 210 knots, heading 360, and intercept the 232 Zulu Uniform Echo radial inbound. At 7.8 miles Zulu Uniform Echo, we continue to climb 7,000 feet. Proceed to the Zoo VOR. Cross Zoo VOR at 6,000 feet minimum and intercept the 095 radial to Amiki. That is a lot to pop into the fixes page. So let's quickly go ahead and do that. So our initial climb clearance then is 4,000 feet. Let's just scribble that down so we've got it there. Alright, so straight ahead then we turn left onto 360 to intercept the 232 radial to Zulu Uniform Echo. And then we want another one, Zulu Uniform Echo. And then at 7.8 miles from Zulu Uniform Echo, continue to climb 7,000 feet, proceed and intercept the 095 radial to Amiki. Right, let's have a look how that looks. Let's also put Zulu Uniform Echo into VOR2. Oh! Something's happened. I don't believe it. We've overloaded the RadNav page. Uh-oh. My flight simulator appears to have crashed. Have you ever read any words quite so sad? I don't believe it. Ah! I hate it when that happens. I can't believe that's happened. Or maybe I should believe that's happened. After we just briefed the most perfect missed approach ever. How annoying. How absolutely annoying. Oh, do you know what makes this really annoying is I have spent the day messing around with the simulator, zooming left, right and center, yada yada yada. Not a single crash to desktop. Not a single one. Christopher Shaw, I think you've just spoken for us all there. That is soul destroying. Yeah. Particularly when you've just spent so long working out exactly what you were going to do. Christian, you had a CTD today as well, but that was on the ground. Yeah. I'm not sure what's worse. Crash the desktop when you're setting up on the ground, just after you've departed, or when you've just prepped your landing. Oh, that does suck. I'll tell you what though, I'm not going to let you leave without showing you the scenery. So, let's just go and have a good look at Zurich Airport, shall we? Migs, that does indeed suck. Mystic, there's two things you don't do with fly-by-wire. Print the METAR and overuse the RadNav page. Well, I've never had a problem with the RadNav page before. Ever. The print button, yeah, I didn't touch that. So, let's see if we can get the simulator up and running again. One of the things I haven't done is I've got rolling cache turned off at the moment, which means the sim loads pretty slowly at the moment. Get the rolling cache back on, and that will save some time. Brian, could we restart from a waypoint? Possibly. Possibly. Let me see. Chat amongst yourselves for a sec. Let me see what I can do here. I will continue in normal mode. I wouldn't particularly want to spawn it on VATSIM anywhere because there was like God knows how many people heading to Zurich, wasn't there? So, what was our top of descent going to be? Was it about 70 miles away? Something like that. Let's see if we can get this to load. We may be able to restart from a waypoint, as Brian has just alluded to. Let's see. Pascal, you believe this is what happened to Malaysia Flight 370? Well, they've made some headway with that, haven't they? I don't know if you saw in the news. Christian, maybe the sim just wants to force you to update the nav data. That's true. When AIG slows loading time a bit, it does, but I noticed if I'd got rolling cache turned on, then it actually didn't slow it down too much. In fact, it was really rather quickly. Much quicker than I'd expected it to, so we shall see. Brian, you're the last in the line of flights just passing Manag. Okay, well, I might jump the queue. So, Cube, am I using the Azobo Zurich scenery that came with the sim update? Yes, I am. Well, I was. Christian, the worst thing is you had all the approach data collected as well as my working PM. HD would have been proud of you, Christian. I'll let him know. Synchrony 1 Romeo, has the nav data been updated? Yes, it has, yeah. Stick with me, guys. Let me see if I can rescue this. Let's see if we can get it into Zurich. It might no longer be real ops. It might just be wing it and get down. At least we had the plan, didn't we? The plan was there. All we had to do was execute it, but sadly the simulator decided it didn't want to play ball. There's nothing sadder than a crash to desktop. Okay, let me try something. And oh look, Dark Fury's there. He's still on his way. In fact, he's coming into land. Bless him. Right. So can I load the flight plan? And if we can go from yeah, this is why all the waypoints were missing, weren't they? That's annoying. Right, how far away is Basel from our top of descent? It's not that far, is it? Let's have a quick check. So there's 1323. Okay. Can we go from... Yeah, the waypoint data's missing, isn't it? Can we go from here? If I set that as my... Will it even allow me to set that as my... set as departure? Let's try that. Alright, let's see. 7 minutes, 82 kilometers. This may go terribly wrong, so I do apologise for this. We shall see. I'll get in the sim. We'll hit active pause. and see what happens. We've done away with VPilot and VATSIM. Connor, will I do a flight from Basel to Hamburg? Maybe one day if it's a real ops flight, yeah. Brian, you were in observer mode. You popped in on live in the uncontrolled space. Let us see if we can rescue this somehow and at least try to fly the approach how we'd briefed it. I've got everything written down in front of me. It's just a matter of populating everything back in. Right, I think... What are we now? We're at 29,000 feet there. I want to be 7,000 feet by Schiphol, which means I need to lose a bit of altitude, I think. We can use yaw for that. So, we've got... How many miles away am I? I'm about 20 miles away. So, we want to be... Let's play it safe. Let's get us down to 14,000 feet. Okay, let's hit ready to fly. And let's just pause everything. Get that to standard. Get me down to 14,000 feet. Or thereabouts. That'll do. Yeah, speed 270. That's good. Have I actually got a flight plan? Here's the that's the next question. Nah. I have no flight plan. Okay, so init request. We'll leave all that, doesn't really matter. This may take a second to load. We'll let it do that. Radnav page. Oh, do we dare? Do we dare? And Zulu Uniform Echo. This is the one I didn't like when I put in Zulu Uniform Echo in there. There we go. No problem now. Flight plan. Clear the discontinuity. So we want runway 14, and it was the BLM3 Golf by Schiphol. Insert. Not much happening after Schiphol, just there, is there? So let's just clear the discontinuity out. After Schiphol, what was that waypoint we were chucking in there? Zulu Hotel 714. Insert. There we go. Pop it in nav mode. That's okay. Getting down to 7,000 feet in open descent, auto thrust, thrust idle, open descent, and getting down to 7,000 feet, 1031. Pop the constraints on. We're nearly ready to actually resume flying here, guys. Thank you so much for just sticking with me through this as I try and rescue this as best I can. Destination data. QNH 1031. Temperature 3. Wind 140 at 1. Transition altitude 7,000. let's just drop our fuel load as well, because we weren't that heavy. Something a bit more realistic, that'll do. The payload as well, that wasn't far off to be fair, leave that where it is. And we're using a decision height of 50 for the auto land. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Christian, is it 1032? Thank you. 1032. 1032. Get those landing lights off. Get the seatbelt sign. Oh, seatbelt signs can remain off for the time being. Right, if we're ready to go, I'll chuck the autopilot on and we'll carry on going down. Okay. Everyone, cross your fingers, cross your toes, put your hands together, do a little dance, and we'll resume. I've just realised that 210 knots is going to absolutely dive bomb us down to get us to 270. Let's roll that back to 250. There we go. Maybe we should put those seatbelt signs on, eh? Seatbelt signs are on. Approach checklist. So minimums radio 50, set both sides. Engine mode selector is normal. EFB is stowed. We've briefed our approach, or we had. Let's see if this works, shall we? Brian, am I going back on VATSIM? No, I don't think so. The problem is, if I go on VATSIM, I have no idea who's around me. If someone wants to tell me that there's no one around me, then I will. Then I will, but... actually, just level off. There's a reason. Because no lower than flight level 120 at 677, so that's okay. We'll hold that there. We're just about to cross it anyway, to be fair. So a little bit of resetting up, which is a shame, but never mind. Danny, if the conditions at Zurich worsened, well, we shall most certainly then be doing that auto land. We're about 13 miles from Schiphol. Okay, let's continue down 7,000 feet. Thrust idle, open descent, 7,000 blue. It would be nice to fly into a mist like this and it just be nothing to see here kind of thing until we get down there. I'm a bit high. Speed brakes out. Landing lights on, 10,000 feet coming up. Okay, so we're going to go managed speed. Slow the aircraft down. Landing system is on. What have I got on the RADNAV page? Have I got it? 11175. Yep, that's fine. Danny, every time I say Schiphol, it reminds you of Schiphol. Yeah, well, it would for you, wouldn't it? Bless you. Okay, if we activate that approach phase as well, that might help. Christian, I was waiting for you to say that because I knew you would. I call Schiphol split. Okay, getting down to green dot. To be fair, as long as we are close to 7,000 feet at Schiphol, that's the main thing. We can't get any lower than 7,000 feet at Schiphol. That's the main thing. Right, from there, I'm going to continue down to 4,000 feet. Thrust idle, open descent. 22 miles out. To say it's meant to be foggy, misty and hopeless, it's not looking too bad out the window as I see it. And as I say that, suddenly a massive layer of clouds just come in. Cabin pressure differential. Reduce the VS rate. I've not had that come up before. Not that I want to be faffing around with it now. Interesting. There we go, nicely below that glide slope. Exactly what we wanted as we're heading down to the platform altitude. Okay, what are we doing? We are 1,400 feet. Glide slope is just becoming above us. Let's start configuring them. We're going to go flaps 1, speed checked. Flaps 1. Roll that back to 180 as we briefed a little bit earlier. And as we were above the glide slope, that just gives us time to level off a little bit so we can lose speed. Not quite sure what's causing that issue. Here comes the fog. Look, this is actually quite good. We'll let HD take a look at that. That's got to be a bug, just because we've started mid-air. Okay, so what we've got to be careful of now is we're going... This is our minimum safe altitude, 5,600 feet. We're okay at the moment. Let's just slow down that rate of descent. 1,000 feet per minute should be fine. As we get down to 4,000 feet. No, Christian, packs aren't off. Rookie Spark, nice to catch us live for once in California. Thank you so much for stopping by. Here comes that fog. The lights are on, aren't they? Yep. Okay, so we are going to activate the approach autopilot 2 as well. We've got Alt, Glide Slope, Blue, Lock Blue, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2. Thank you, Christian. I'm a bugger for that. That is... all going to plan now. We're coming at the platform altitude 13 miles out. That's nicely where we want it to be. Glide slope's going to start coming in. We'll get flaps 2 out and that will work nice. Christian the QRH says press the clear button. I'm with you. Alt star, radio altimeter alive. Should start to see Lockstar in a second, and as I begin saying it, there it is, Lockstar. X-ray, I would activate the approach mode in the FMS at about 10,000 feet. That hill looks blooming close. Oh no! Right, tell you what. Good job we weren't on VATSIM. Why do you have to put this on every time? Let's go back. Enable replay panel.
2,500.
There it is. Let's exit and start a recording, shall we? Look at that fog bank. Imagine actually doing this at night. Well, we don't have to imagine, we can do it a little bit later on. Right, here comes that glide slope. Flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2. Ding that cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Now, if we had got 2 pilots with us, then you would have the interaction of what you need to be saying and computing with each other as you're doing an auto land. Pull that speed back to 160. Glide slope start. So we'll set the missed approach altitude, which is 4,000 feet.
2,500.
Glide slope captured. Right, let's check out this auto land then. Let's hope it doesn't slam me into the ground. Six miles. Landing gear down. Spoilers armed. Lights on. Flaps 3.
1,000.
Flaps 4. And speed. Landing checklist. Cabin secured for landing. Auto thrust. Speed. Go around altitude. 4,000 blue set. Landing. ECAM memo. No blue. That came out wrong. ECAM memo. Landing no blue. That hill looks blooming close. Having said that, that is actually in the notes for this airport. $1,000 feet. So what we'll do then, guys, is we'll do the landing and then we'll enjoy some passenger views and things like that with the replay. John, we can't manual land. No, the airport is in low visibility procedures, so ILS is required, or rather auto land is required. So now we're going to be watching for those FMAs, make sure everything's working. I can flick this over to the landing system as well, make sure this is doing a good job. 500 feet, everything's looking stable. 400 feet. I've not got auto brake set, Christian. No, nice long runway. Right, land by 300 feet.
200.
200 feet. Here it comes.
100 above.
We have visual with the lights anyway. We're good.
100. Minimum 50.
Continue.
40. 30. 20.
Flare.
10, retard.
Thrust idle. Damn, that was good. Spoilers deployed. Reverse green. Decel. 70 knots. Reverses off. Wow. Wayne, wrong airport. Well, I tell you what, guys, the METAR was spot on, wasn't it? Oh yeah, disconnect autopilot. It did that when I took manual control just then. So we're going to stick around and watch the replay then, guys. What a beautiful landing, but I can't take any credit for that. Oh, what's happening with the terminal just there? Well, that's interesting. There appears to be a break in the fog. That's just weird, isn't it? Right, okay, let's check this out. So, replay mode, stop, and play. So this is 11 miles out. So I want to change the camera track recording. This is my second track. If you want to know how to use this, guys, check out the video I uploaded a little bit earlier on today regarding the replay mod, and it has a tutorial in there for you, so you can actually check that out and see. So we can close that down now. Christian, that's the new anti-fog terminal. Just another user, thank you for subscribing. I mean, if you're a passenger on this plane and you're suddenly seeing the fog rolling up the hillside and the aircraft descending towards the hillside, you could be forgiven for thinking, is this right? Absolutely was. Pea soup, isn't it, that? Nothing there. So the great thing about this, we can muck about this as much as you want. We can try this on a nighttime landing in a little bit. We'll go for that. And it records the flap positions as well. You just saw the flaps coming out just then. And there we go, final flaps. This replay, you know what, this replay isn't even the proper replay. I mean, it's not finished. This is a beta version. How great is this? Wayne, this sim is evolving into something FSX users dribble about. I love your way with words, Wayne. I mean, this is gorgeous, isn't it? Maybe some people sat there saying, how can it be gorgeous? You can't actually see anything. That is the whole point. That fog and that mist bank. I am going to change the time of day shortly. I want to see the replay and the arrival with nighttime. Christian, once we've touched down, I will have a look for the reverse thrust, see if that's working. It didn't appear to work the other night, did it? So I don't know if I just didn't select it or not. Pedri, yeah, this is the replay now. Rather a relaxing landing, to be honest. Great auto land. What was the landing rate? I never asked you guys, because of course I don't get to see it. What was the landing rate that I can't take credit for? And then once we've done messing around with the replays, I'll clear the fog so I can actually have a look at the aircraft at the airport. Oh, I mean, I could actually believe that I'm actually sat in a real passenger seat. There's the spoilers. Did we get the reverse thrust? No, for some reason the reverse thrust didn't come out. Guys, I've just had an idea. Don't go. Don't go. Stick with me. Stick with me, yeah? I have just had an idea. Right, so let me just call the replay tab back up. I need to stop the replay, stop the camera track, go back. We'll go back sort of this far. I'll hit play. We'll now turn this to night time, shall we? There you go. How's that? Oh, I need to change the... make another camera track. There we go. This is track 3. Of course, the weather is quite live, so it's moving. To be honest, I probably didn't wind that back far enough, did I? There is nothing better than... Stop that, stop that. There's nothing better than seeing the lights come out of nowhere.
500.
But yeah, actually at night time you could see those lights quite early, unless the mist has just evaporated a little bit. This new replay feature is great. Paul, I quite agree.
200.
Christopher, yeah, you're right, in the dark it didn't seem quite as bad, did it?
100. 50. 40.
What a gorgeous touchdown. Well done, fly-by-wire team. Really nice and neat. Okay, the idea I had. Let me see if I can set this up. Hang on. So I want to put it back into daytime. That'll do. So back into daytime. Let me just get the feature back up, and I want to rewind. Oh, hang on. I need to stop the camera track recording. Let me rewind it a little bit. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Play that. Record another camera track. Okay, so someone said something about why are the brakes hot? Oh well, never mind. Someone said something about what if I could land this. Well,
500.
I was going to see if I could actually do it, but I'm just looking at everything here. Sadly, I don't think it permits
400.
you in the fly-by-wire aircraft. Let me just see. If I now pause it, and if we set the sequence location, are we just going to fall out of the sky? I can't even tell if we're flying, actually. Are we moving? So if we stop that, stop the replay, stop that, and we should be able to take over.
300.
Oh yeah, right, I've taken over the aircraft. But Alpha Floor's kicked in. Pull up, yeah. Okay, bad idea. It's not going to work. Toggle lock.
100. 50.
Yeah, okay, bad idea. Maybe taking over controls of the airport of the aircraft might not work in the fly-by-wire, just because it's a little bit more complicated than most. Might need to play around with that a little
20.
bit.
10.
Get down. I'm just doing a flyby of the runway at the
20.
moment.
10. 5.
Down you go.
5.
There you go. I told you I'd get it down. Not quite the method I wanted to use. Oh, but it's good fun. There's the reverses, nice and open. Oh, I didn't set the brake though, so we're now just cutting some grass. Anywho, let me just clear the weather, because the whole point of this stream would have been to have a nice look at this wonderful new airport without the fog. So from what I've seen of it so far, it looks really, really nice. I had a quick look earlier today when recording a video, but didn't get a chance to look too much at it. Look at all the details on the building there. I mean, do you remember when they did the UK update and they did John Lennon Liverpool Airport and they actually went in and did the terminals? They've done the same here as well. There's a bus driver just power sliding his way around down there, which was quite strange. He's maybe autopilot on and then fly and take the autopilot off. I think it's just because I think it's because it's not quite programmed yet to record every single item of the aircraft, so like all its speed, what automation is currently set, and you got to remember the fly-by-wire aircraft is very complicated, so maybe something like that will come in the future. But this looks really nice. Get live traffic on there as well, some AIG models. Should I connect to VATSIM now? Well, I'm just tanked at the end of the runway. Oh, right then guys, that's it for our Friday night stream. So sorry we had to crash the desktop and we sort of had to play our way back into the hang on a minute, what's going on here? Well, Zurich is known for its technology and ingenious invention. You are witnessing today, folks, the brand new levitating car. I thought for a moment it was a bridge of some description. It's not. I think they're meant to be on the road down there, and something's gone slightly wrong. Loving all of the solar panels on the top, and what appear to be a child's train line as well. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, guys, right, thank you so much for flying with us. As I did say, I'm so sorry that we had to crash the desktop. Sadly, nothing I could do about that, and yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, isn't it, sometimes. We managed to restore the last part of the fly and show off Fly-by-Wire's aircraft's beautiful auto landing skills. Thank you to those of you who did start out flying with me on VATSIM. Thank you for that. To those of you that have donated and contributed to the channel during the stream this evening, thank you so much to you guys for your support, and of course to the EasyJet Sim Pilot channel members, thank you for your continued support. The iconic flights on Sunday at the moment is still in doubt. Sadly, I've had a few weekends where I've had quite a little bit on, but I obviously want to get those up and running as soon as possible, because I'm really enjoying those when we can kick back, have a drink, and just fly our way down the I-95 at 1,000 feet, taking in all the sights like the McDonald's and KFCs as we go down, not forgetting the major distribution centres, of course. Thanks very much, guys. I look forward to seeing you all on the next flight. Hope you have a great weekend, everyone. Good night.